Sup peeps. Yeah, it's becoming a bit of a routine thing now. I seem to be streaming every night. It's something that I want to be ended up doing in the long run anyway. I am just finishing up some of Andy James' new product, and thought it'd be an opportunity to talk about what it's like to work with someone like Andy, and show you what I'm up to, and show you how we work through some of the trickier moments, shall we say, of doing Andy's work, or at least, you know, the stuff that Andy does versus the things that the kind of my routine for working on this type of thing. Aesthetic Edgy Boy, how's it going? So yeah, I love I've been transcribing for Andy James now for wow. I don't know, when did Andy's self-titled album come out? When did Andy's first album come out? His self-titled one. Let's have a look. When was that? Why is it so difficult to find this information? 2011. So I've been transcribing. I've been working with Andy on stuff for about 8 years now, and Andy's just the man. Andy's a great guy, great player. He's a lot of fun to hang around with. So it's always fun, doing his stuff, because I learn a lot from transcribing Andy's stuff. Actually, Andy's playing. Andy is someone that I've transcribed a hell of a lot for professionally, and I transcribed a lot for Andy during a very influential period in my development as a player. So a lot of his lines, the shapes of his lines, a lot of them crept into my vocabulary and the way I approach playing. So yeah, there's definitely there's a lot of DNA of Andy James DNA in my shred lines, which is cool. So what I'm doing for him at the moment is I'm not even sure what this is for. We haven't talked about what this is for. He didn't tell me. But the goal is to get these done so we can release them, or so he can release them, I should say. And generally speaking, when you do Andy James stuff, he provides. He's usually filmed videos of everything, like studio playthroughs of everything, and that's a huge help. I should point out, transcribing Andy James is the easiest thing in the world, because he's so in time. His playing is so precise that he just knows what he's doing, and he's an absolute boss. So transcribing him is really easy, really effortless, as long as you've got an understanding of writing stuff down, right? And with the high quality playthrough videos, it makes the jobs just a walk in the park, because not only is everything incredibly clean, incredibly accurate, but you can see very clearly, where he's playing, what he's doing. So that's awesome, and therefore I can blast through all of the videos really fast. We can get a couple of tracks done in a day. With this new project, all of the videos, all of the songs that we're doing have studio playthroughs, apart from one, and we've left that one till last. Now, of course, I've said to Andy that I'm happy to transcribe stuff like this, happy to do stuff from just audio. Obviously, that's a big part of what I do anyway. But obviously, a video playthrough will help, and they never need to be studio quality playthroughs. I'm absolutely fine if he just sends me a video of him, just on his mobile phone, sat in his living room, just miming along to the track, because it helps with positions. Where is something played on the guitar? And there's a great example of that in this transcription. There's one in the chorus of this particular song. He plays the entire melody on one string, and it really does jump around quite a lot. So that's not initially how I would have transcribed it, and therefore I have looked at the video that Andy has then since sent me, and I'm using that as a reference. Anyway, so I'm up to the solo. I'm almost done with the solo, and for the video, in fact, I'll show you. Let me bring it up. For the video, the solo, we are working actually off a video that he did on his Instagram ages ago. This was promoting his plugin, his STL Tonality Andy James plugin, which is a great plugin, well worth checking out. So literally just working from that. Let me just put this marker here so I know where we are. And yeah, I can do both, right? I can use the original recording. which is nice as a as a reference to have that there. But also, if I want it, that one, yeah. So here's the clip from. It's really zoomed in. I'm like 200% on the video, but this is the same thing but played to promote his thing, his plugin. So same idea. Great playing, of course. Now, the video, of course, is super low res, and it's not like you're looking at the video to say, well, where does he put his finger in order to play this? But, if he plays the note C and his hand is around the 8th fret, then I know that he's going to be playing that on the high E string. Versus if his hand's a little bit higher up on the neck, I know that's going to be played on the B string. So it's more sort of a guide for where these things are being played. Of course, experience playing the instrument is a massive help. Having an idea of what Andy is likely to play, will really help influence what I'm likely to imagine how the part is played. So yeah, that's important. Let me just check a few of these comments. Someone who thinks I'm a tool, that's absolutely fine. Marcel, I don't watch DVT's videos, to be honest, Marcel. It's not what I'm on YouTube for. Hey Dex, how's it going? Am I ever in Coat Bridge? Occasionally I'm in Coat Bridge, very occasionally. How easy do I find it to How easy do you find it to hear the difference between the same note played on different strings from audio only? And can you tell which string a note is played on just from audio? It always depends on the audio. It depends what the audio is. If you think of like gypsy jazz guitar, for example, if you're looking at gypsy jazz guitar, it's very easy to tell what string something's played on because the guitar is in relative isolation. For Andy's stuff, where things are a little bit more, there's a lot of distortion, of course, and the mix is, or the arrangement, I should say, is very intense. There's a lot happening. There's a lot to hear. It's a lot harder. What is the Tweed amp? That is a Fender Bassman. I like the Fender Bassman. I use the Fender Bassman for the country stuff, and I have the Rev Generator 120, which I use for anything that I want dirt on. Right. Anyway, so let me catch up to where I am, and I'm just going to read along with the solo, just so I make sure that I haven't fucked anything up. Now, I know Andy's playing so much that I know roughly what this is going to be, but we do want detail in the transcription, so I am going for detail. And the other thing to take into consideration with something like this is, although I am using Marcel, yes, I do have the email, I've not gone through it yet. Although I am using this live video of him playing, there is the possibility that it's ever so slightly different from how it's played. So actually, really, I should work from the studio recording, and then if I need to check the fingerings on anything, then I'd reference that video. So why don't I do that? So ba 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 da ba, and then we can hear that tap. So this is going to be Those would be the notes for that part. Rhythm is wrong. Let me just. Those are going to be the notes that he plays there, but I wouldn't expect him to be playing all of those notes on that same string there. So this is where I absolutely would want to reference the video. And ultimately, this the reason I do this is because in the long run, when this job is finished and I send this off to Andy, we want him to to be able to, give it a cursory look and check over it and make sure that everything is accurate, because there's nothing worse than purchasing a product and it not being accurate. But also at the same time, you want to do as much of that work for the client as possible. You want to make sure that any corrections that they're having to make to fingering positions and things like that are minimal, because you don't want to take up their time, right? So I want to be able to send this to Andy and him to look through it and go, it was perfect. That's why I stay in work, right? Because I make sure that everything is as perfect as it can be. So, right, let's take a look at what the video hints at here. Okay, so that makes sense. So there is a slide there. That totally makes sense. Da-da-da. Yeah, fine. That makes a lot more sense. I'm pleased now. Oh, that makes sense too. There was panic there. Let me see if anyone said anything. No one else wants to say anything. Okay, fine. So let's continue. This is a little bit messy, but ba 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 ba. It's not a tap. Is my phone vibrating? Okay, it's another transcription job that needs to get done. Never ends. So that ending is definitely an odd one. I'm pretty sure I know what he's doing. I mean, his live take of that is spot on. It actually even makes me think that take is the one that got used in the studio on the studio recording. Sorry. Tap in there. Slide. And it's tapped. He literally just does pull off from that. And he won't be playing. So the thing that you can tell about Andy's playing is he never, ever, ever, although he plays 7-string all the time, when he's soloing, he plays like a 6-string player. He never goes onto that low string. And it's usually because he's in drop A. But let's double check. Yeah, so he'd much rather slide down to the 3rd fret. Sorry, 5th fret. I saw that fret wrap there. Love that type of thing. Sorry, I saw some comments. What do we get here? I'm curious, is it easier to transcribe written and pre-planned solos than improvised solos? Logical mind tells me it'd be easier. With trained ear, does it matter? So yeah, it totally depends on what the player's approach to playing is. So Wayne Krantz is a great example of like an improviser. He's an improviser in the truest sense. Everything he does is improvisation, but his stuff is relatively easy to transcribe because rhythmically his improvisation, his concept in his improvisations and his rhythmic concepts in his playing involves being on the grid, right? Being in time. That's comparable to like Andy James, where for the most part, aside from the odd little tapping lick like this where he crammed some extra notes in, Andy is also rhythmically very on the grid. When it comes to transcribing someone like Guthrie, for example, who he floats a lot more over the beat, that's obviously a lot harder, and that's going to be true of a composed line, like right before the guitar solo comes in on the song Waves. That picking thing is just ridiculous, and it's not rigidly in time. It's a pattern that he's following, but to get the timing on that absolutely spot on is very difficult. So yeah, I would say it doesn't matter so much if it's composed or if it's improvised. It depends on the the sound that the person is going for. That's what I'd say. Recently bought Guitar Pro to write out the songs. Rhythmically, I can't seem to get it right when I start. You got to put more time into reading, man. Recommending Guitar Pro 7 over Guitar Pro 6. Absolutely, man. The workflow for me, it's all about workflow, and as many of you know, I do this. This is what I do for a living. I write music out for a living, bring myself up. I'm not the biggest fan of Guitar Pro 7. There are definitely lots of things about the program that I really don't like, but every single thing that I don't like about Guitar Pro 7 was also something I didn't like about Guitar Pro 6. So I can't really complain about those sides of things. Guitar Pro 7, I do find the workflow to be easier, and obviously I need to be time efficient with everything I'm doing. I need to work as fast as possible with stuff, so I want to be able to write stuff out quickly, and 7 is definitely a little bit quicker for writing stuff out. And you have a few more customization options, which I do prefer. It depends what your needs are though, right? So there we go. Andy James, definitely not a fake. Tough Time with Scott Henderson. Yeah, oh man. Some of my favourite Scott Henderson stuff is those first 3 Tribal Tech albums, and that's that stuff is a bitch. Sunny Bird, I'm new to transcribing. Should you start with guitar in hand? Absolutely, yeah. No, you absolutely have to start with guitar in hand. That is so important. I have been transcribing professionally for so long now that I still do work faster with a guitar in my hand. I'm not going to lie, but bring this back. I still do work faster with a guitar in hand. No avoiding that, but. Just for the simple act of going between the guitar, the keyboard, the mouse, the guitar, the keyboard, the mouse, it's really bad on the wrist, Now I like to have my hands like this when I transcribe. There's a bit of mouse, there's a bit of keyboard, and everything is like this because I need these to work, so I've got to look after these things. Can I transcribe Bumblefoot's Shackler's Revenge solo, the fretless solo? I mean, I could. I don't know if I'd want to. I love that solo. I actually prefer the tapping part over the last chorus that he does. I think that's absolutely awesome. And he sings backing vocals when he does it. So, yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. So rhythmically. I'm just going to check. Yeah, this is absolutely the studio take. This is that shows you how little of a faker Andy is. So Andy has clearly recorded this solo as part of the promo for this STL Tonality plugin that he made, and then that's literally the take that he has used on the album, which is cool, very cool. Yeah, I can go with that. That shouldn't be a triplet. That's like a slow slide. I'm choosing to work in the sextuplet framework. There's pull-offs in here. How's he doing that? So this is all legato. I like these lines that Andy does. So really he pulls off to 7 here, but then the 7 immediately slides to 9 because he's position shifting. And if Andy were to teach this lick, he would show you it as 9-7-9-7 and then to the next position. But the beauty of this is when it speeds up like that, those position shifts sort of get incorporated into the licks, and you get these very cool sounds. Angel Vivaldi guitar and Andy James. Have you seen that video? Yes, I'm sure I've transcribed it. Andy is a god. There is no denying that. Andy is one of the best. One of the best. It's just fine. Which scales seem to be Andy's favourite for solos? So that's a great question. Andy is a big fan of a hexatonic scale. It's the minor pentatonic scale with the 9th degree added to it. So if that was D minor, you'd be thinking D minor, but without, you're not playing the 6th. So yeah. All right, let's keep going. Sorry, now this is non-diatonic. No, okay, I see what's happened. So same thing, right? Position-wise, you would expect this to be 11 to 9, then 12 to 9. But Andy plays 11 to 9 and then 12, and it's like he goes to play the 9, but instead he shifts his hand up and hits the 11th fret because that's the next position. Ba 11 even. Ba 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 ba. Now he actually hits an open string in there. Let's have a look. Genius at transcribing, thank you very much. Do you ever look at other slowdown programs like AnyTune or Song Surgeon? I don't, because there's no reason to, because Transcribe is perfect. It's perfect. You wouldn't, like, there's nothing about Transcribe that you look at and go, I would improve this thing about it. And Eddie says, Yo Levo, where's your mayonnaise? Still have it. Well, I've got one here. The rest are at my father-in-law's. I just ordered all of my acoustic panels from GIK today. We're going to put 3 on this wall, 4 on this wall, 5 on that wall, and currently none on that wall over there. And there'll be space between the panels to have guitar hangers up, so I'll be putting guitar hangers up. If I was advising someone who is primarily an experienced blues-based rocker looking to get more into shred and flowing type playing, who would you recommend? Wow. I tend to advise people to go the other way. I'll ask you a question, P. Give me some examples of the kind of blues-based rock stuff that you currently play, because I think that would kind of influence the kind of shreddier players that you'd be looking at. Same thing, he actually shifts up to 16 there. And then you got that minor third bend, which is super cool. Jacob Christen says, Christine, what are the markers that I have set up? Good question. These are bars. And the markers in between are beat markers, and I will use those if I want to loop something. You know, if I want to listen to the first 2 beats, I can do that quite easily by doing that. So there's your answer to that. My father-in-law lets me keep guitars in his house. Jesus, you're lucky. He's not happy about it, to be fair, because there's like 15 guitars taking up one of his rooms. He really wants them back in my house, but he's too polite to be like, come on, Levi, you're taking the piss now. They've been there for like 4 months. I've just taken over my mother-in-law's dressing room. So yeah. Sup, Levi, any preference to pickups? I absolutely love, let's bring it up. I absolutely love the bare knuckle Blackhawks. This guitar came stock with some Seymour Duncan pickups, but I prefer the bare knuckles, so I switched them out for the bare knuckle Blackhawks. Those are my favourite pickups. Arthur asks, do I know the program on the left he's using to slow down the video? That software is Transcribe. I will just grab you a link for that.
Hi everybody, Levi.
Shut up, you arsehole. With you in a second, man. Copy. There you go. Blue Saraceno was fire back in the day. Agree with that. Is the studio bigger than the old one? Much bigger, man. Much bigger. This is more notes than I can play in a year. Yep. Did I add them manually or does Transcribe do it? So I add in the bar markers. I just listen to the piece of music and hit M for measure, and then you can right click on those. And in fact, why don't I show you? So let's just go markers, delete markers. Now listening to along to this, I'll hit play and then I'll press M for measures. So we'll get. Now I've already put the subdivision in there, but here I can edit the marker and I can tell it by how many beats I want it to subdivide. So if I'm transcribing something that moves between different time signatures, then I would do that. It helps. So let's have a look. I don't have perfect pitch, Gaza. No. Vinnie Moore released some great albums in the 80s and 90s. They're melodic but shred. That's a great example, James. I would recommend P that you check out the James's recommendations. Vinnie Moore's albums. What have we got? Time Odyssey and Mind's Eye. They were both killer albums. So you say BB King, Freddie King, Chuck Berry. So these, the question I have to ask you is why do you want to get into the shred thing? Because the guys that you're listing are like really bluesy guys, and there's nothing wrong with really bluesy guys. Stevie Ray Vaughan, there you go. Just take your blues thing and get it faster. Yeah, Blackhawks are amazing. Gary Moore, yep. Any tips for figuring out time signatures for different sections? Oh, yeah, sorry, you're just seeing me. I'll do that all again. I'm an idiot. This is... Right. Delete markers. So actually, let's edit this so it doesn't have markers. Okay, cool. So I listen to the music, I press M, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that, now you can see I've put the markers in at the top, and now I will go to here, the 8th measure. I'm going to right click that measure, edit the marker, and subdivide. Yes, I want it to subdivide by 4 because there's 4 beats in the bar, and we do that. So, yeah. All cool. I'm sure there's another question. Any tips for figuring out time signatures for different sections? Learn a bunch of Symphony X and Dream Theater. Right, where was I? Making an ass of that. I mean, I'm right, but let's tweak the bend a little bit. There we go. Mike doesn't support any football teams, sorry. Some Joe Satriani. Joe was my favourite guy growing up. He was absolutely my biggest influence. So something like that might seem intimidating, right? But rhythmically, he's very in time. dagger do dagger do dagger do dagger do da. So then it's just a case of, well, rhythmically I know we're sextuplets. So then it's just about pitch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to transcribe that because I know what that is, and then I'll backtrack and work out what you did before that. So I know he's there. Well, I say he's there. Let's double check the position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, he's the 7th fret area. And this will be yeah, I play this type of thing all the time. So now just using, I shouldn't need the video because it's very clear to tell what he's playing. Let me check comments. Vinimore's Meltdown, yeah, great. Have you seen his solo with Mr. Big? He's floating around on YouTube somewhere. Which? Oh yeah, that's a classic. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I've transcribed a bunch of that for people. Time Odyssey. So we can hear these notes. Ba 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 ba. There's a position shift in there. So where is he doing that? Let's check. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 da. So pitches are easy. So Joel asks, how good does your relative pitch have to be to do what you do? It doesn't need to be good at all. Here's an interesting observation. A monkey you can teach pitch recognition to a monkey. You can teach pitch recognition to a dog. There are videos of a dog online where a woman sings a note and then the dog will play notes on this giant keyboard that's been made for him to demonstrate that he's developed pitch recognition. A monkey can do pitch recognition because you can do it through trial and error. But yeah, it's rhythm recognition that's a lot harder, because to have a good concept of rhythm recognition, you have to have more than what a dog is capable of. You have to have a concept of time and hearing things in relation to time. So that's hard. Have you heard of Via Bra? Yeah, of course. Paul Gilbert. How do you transcribe parts that have really fast picking? Usually when I try and sound down notes, that sound very distinct. That's a great question, Jacob. It depends on the player, doesn't it? Because some guys, they do the super fast picking thing. Like actually, there's moments on my album where I do the super fast picking thing, and the synchronization between the left hand and the right hand is nowhere near flawless. So I would hate to have to transcribe it, and I'm also floating over the beat a lot. Whereas Andy, we're going to do some very fast picking for Andy in a second, and Andy is so accurate with everything he does that it won't be a problem. Sorry, where were we? So I know Andy's playing. He'll play. Does he go there? He'll come down a sweep now. Without listening to what he does next, I would imagine he's going to play this. Let's have a look there. Okay, he doesn't. But we can still hear those pitches. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Now, I'm not writing those in just based on knowledge. You know, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I'm not hearing those and going, hear a sound, know the name of the pitch, where I play that pitch on the guitar. There was a degree of getting lucky there. I hit 17 because that sounded like about the right distance that he would have jumped there. And then ba ba. As soon as I heard that, it's like, okay, ba. If I'm playing ba, how would I play ba 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 ba? You know what I mean? Sorry, architect of demise. Seeing where the hands are on the neck plus listening to the audio helps you pinpoint exactly what's being played. And Neil, that ultimately is where a lot of the the miming thing for me has always come from, because I transcribe so much stuff for people. I see when things are mimed. I see when the audio is not the same as the video all the time. It's so prevalent, so unbelievably prevalent. So you shouldn't always rely on video. Ears are king. What's the best program to pull video files from YouTube? I'm about to buy Transcribe. Haven't done this in years. So that's an awesome question. I'll answer that one for you. So the problem with downloading things from YouTube is that YouTube or Google are constantly on the crackdown to stop websites from being able to do it. So you're constantly having to find new websites. Currently, there's a website that I use, and the shortcut to use it is when you have your YouTube URL, if you change the letters B and E, as in YouTube, B and E at the end of YouTube, for 1010, that will automatically give you a page that downloads the music for you, downloads the video for you. So, but sites tend to get they seem to keep making agreements with YouTube where they won't allow people to download anything that has music in it. So Robert, thank you very much. There's no need to defend Lucas Mann. As I keep saying, he's a great player. He's a good player. I've never said that he's not a great player. There's no reason. Don't need to defend him. Brian, yeah, Andy is using those Dunlop flow picks. I have some amazing picks that Ernie Ball sent me. This is a terrible example of them because this is the massive one. This is the one I don't love. But for anyone out there, check out the Ernie Ball Prodigy picks. The Ernie Ball Prodigy picks. They're really cool. I really like those. Obviously, I'm still a VPix guy, but anyway, keep going. Now he ups the tempo there. Now I want to check. This will be the deciding bit, won't it? Yeah, this is totally the studio take. Does it go there? Does he go down there? No, he doesn't. I want to check. My ears are starting to play tricks on me now. Yeah. So this is one of those kind of tricky things, because we know that what he will be doing here is he'll be putting that in there, but we can't hear them on the recording, and it's because he's doing it, they're just sort of crammed and stuffed in there. So you might go You might put that in there just as a kind of indicator of what's intended. Thank you for tuning in, Sego guitarist. Shit, what's... Oh, okay, yeah. Ba da da da. Down a B minor. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 ba ba. Ba. Damn. I would imagine he plays that there, but of course I'm going to use the video to check that. These are coming out because I hate what they're going to do to the notes. So let's take a look at what he does. Yep, fine. So let's do those. Let's have a look. Arthur, yeah, I've been using Guitar Pro quite a lot. Scott, how's it going? I'm not going to be on all night, don't worry. I'll be on for 20 minutes more tops. Now, so when I'm listening to a line like that, ba 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 ba, I know that that's low note, high note, middle note, low note, ba 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 ba. So if I can locate where that is played, ba 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 ba. So that's there. That tells me what he's going to be playing before it. Or does it? Let me just see what he does. Is this going to be one where I want to send Andy a message? So okay, we're down a string. Ba 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 ba. Shit, what does he play there? I'll sort the timing out in a second. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm actually going to put that as a 7 with that. Oh. That. Marcel, I have responded to you several times. Several times. I have your email. I will get to it. Stop asking. I will check it. Robert, you're going to see Devon Townsend in Glasgow on Monday. What's your thoughts on Devon? I am also going to see Devon Townsend in Glasgow on Monday with my wife for our wedding anniversary. I know that line. I know this line, Andy. Oh, where would he play that? Why would he play that? That's not a good note, Andy. Definitely is okay. No need to apologise, Marcel. I'm looking forward to checking them out. I've just been absolutely insane busy with shit. Ross, no! Last time I saw you, I bought those Joey Landreth tickets when you were there, and I ended up not being able to go to the damn gig. I probably would have gone to see Dweezil. Would I? Devon, Dweezil. The kind of winning for, well, there's two defining factors in this. One is that Haken are playing with Devon, which is awesome, and two is that I was on the guest list for Devon. So when you get put on the guest list, you go to the show. You know. So I've got all the pictures we know. Those are the pictures. But it's where does he play them? That's it. Okay, yeah, so rhythmically we change now. We go to this star. That's kind of cool. And I know Addy's playing well enough to know this won't be intended. This will be a mistake, but he hits that 23rd fret on the B string there. Now, if we check this will be the dead giveaway. Yeah, same there. So that's not that I didn't already know it, but that's absolutely the studio take. Now obviously I'm going to have to change that, and I want that to look like that. So that's me, I'm done. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the full track because, you know, buy Andy's tabs. Andy's tabs are well worth your money. I'm just going to play the Instagram video and my transcription along with it, and then I will answer any questions, and then I will leave you good people to your evening. So we just need to get a tempo marker in. And again, Andy, his music tends to be very on the grid tempo wise. So markers, compute tempo, 110 I would say. So I've got this at 100, but let's make it 110. So in theory, now, when I go to the solo, which is this bit here, I do that. Set this up to start there. Now when I hit go here, you don't get better than that. That's spot on. Cool, that was fun. Let's do that one more time for anyone that missed it. It's actually my favourite part of transcribing is this bit at the end when it's done. No, I don't always do this, but you know, when something is quite technical and it floats over the beat in places, it's very rewarding. It's like solving a puzzle, right? I get to play the two and go, I've solved it. Fuck the time up. Do that again. Apparently my skills have disappeared. So not a perfect sync there. I didn't get that start point quite right, but you get the idea. So, ba-da! That's me done. So with these last comments then. Yeah, seen Devon many times before. This is my first time as well. I've not seen Devon before, so opportunity. You've got to take it, haven't you? Sawdweezy will return to forever. Eva, do I know Brian Imrie from the band Feet of Clay? I can't say I do. Devon playing with Morgan Agron and Mike Keneally. He is playing with Mike. Somewhere back in ancient Egypt, Levi Clay sat and transcribed hieroglyphics. It'd be nice if there was a way to sync up transcribe with Guitar Pro easily. Yeah. Right, that is me. I'm fucking done, guys. I'm hoping to do more little live streams like this, just popping on, doing a little bit of work, talking bollocks to you guys, and then getting on and doing more work. So I just want to say a big thank you to supporters over on Patreon. Thank you very much. If your name is on that list, you mean a lot to me. If your name isn't on that list, you still mean a lot to me. I still really appreciate it. Still really appreciate you watching and sharing my videos. But got to give a shout out to these top gentlemen here. And yeah, check me out on Patreon. Join me for as little as $1. You can also head on over to Amazon, check out one of my books, learn to play country guitar, learn to play slide guitar, learn to... Oh, my wife's just come in. Hello.
Sorry.
You alright?
Are you teaching?
No, I'm streaming.
Sorry.
Do you want to come in?
No,
I'm literally just signing off.
No,
Do you want to come
okay.
wave goodbye?
No, I've got the muddy boots on.
Okay. Well, step on the mat.
Can't reach,
Oh,
my legs aren't long enough.
No, there's a mat next to you.
No, it's okay, good.
Okay. This is fine. I've just got an ad for my books on screen, so people can just look at that. I thought I was being attacked there, so I've just raided my studio. Yeah, so head on over to Amazon, check out one of my books. It is very much appreciated. So, Guitar Lovers just logged on, and right as I leave. Really appreciate you tuning in, guys. Much love, and I will see you for another stream soon. Laters.